Hello, hello, everyone. This is my very first Zoom meeting, and I am so happy to be here. I'm super duper pumped about today, my very first Zoom meeting, and I am so inspired right now. This is going to be take 2 on tonight because I don't think I hit record earlier. So now I am actually recording this. So I'm just going to go ahead and run through it again. Um, you know, practice makes perfect. So here we go. I'm going to start sharing my screen now as you're hopping on for the Zoom meeting. If you're not able to see me here, please let me know by commenting or sending me a message to let me know that you can't see or hear. Be sure that you go and mute your mic so that I can't hear your background noise, and then you can turn off your video or turn on your video, whatever you decide to do, what have you. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started. Share my screen. And okay, wait. Okay, let's try this different. Okay, so here we are we're here on this evening talking about being inspired, period. And the T on the end stands for point blank, period. I simply want you to be inspired, point blank, period. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. Thank you for joining me on this inspirational platform. I am a jewelry stylist and life coach, the Tai LaShell. I went with that name because I had a Facebook page that was Tawanda Harris. It got deactivated by Facebook so that my people would know who I was, because I couldn't use the same name because it took them for so long to process that. It was pending, so I couldn't create a new page with the same name. So I became the Tai LaShell, just so everyone would know who I was and where I was. Okay, that was just a short background into that name, the Tai LaShell. So let's meet the hostess officially. For those of you that don't know who I am the Tai LaShell by formal education and employment. I am an Army veteran of 9 years of service, currently hold an active practical nursing license, and I am a FAA certified flight attendant. Actively right now, I'm working at being a life coach, CEO, and owner-operator jewelry stylist at Taitons Touch Boutique. So hey, that's me in a nutshell. I'm here on tonight simply because I want to share with you some insight on being encouraged, on being a responsible person, about getting to the next level. If you're straddling the fence about being on your next level stuff, i.e. in life or in business, I'm so glad that you're here on this evening. I say to you, why not go for it? Let's do this. Let's get this party started. Well, I'm glad you say that. Why should you go for it? Or why not go for it? Some people lack confidence, they lack education, and they lack resources. Um, these are three things that um, can be obstacles for going for it, getting to those next level things in life. You are missing the confidence in life, in yourself. You don't have confidence in your process, and you don't believe in yourself or what you're doing. Well, you don't even have the education. You say you should be doing more with your life, that there's got to be more, but you don't have the education in the niche that you want to get into. You're not a learned individual. You don't have reputable sources. You haven't received or given systemic instruction in order to consider it education. Kind of like we're doing here today. We are gathering together to get some systemic instruction that we can call education. As far as your resources can simply be places or things that can feed into your education. For instance, schools, whether it be in-house, whether it be online, or maybe a library. Libraries have magazines, they have periodicals, they have microfiche, they have newspapers, they have different things that can serve, periodicals, different things that can serve as education for you. Or maybe it's in your employment. Maybe you're doing some employment or on-the-job training. Well, if this or portions of this describes you, if what I just talked about sounds like you or someone you know, have you or have they considered mindset, what their current mindset is, that they need a strategy, or better yet, a plan? These three things are what will help you on being on the middle of the fence. If you're straddling the fence and you need to get off because you should be doing more, that you're supposed to be somewhere else in life at this point, and because you know that you're supposed to and you genuinely want to help others, well, let's go into these three areas a little further. I am so glad that you joined me on tonight. Diving into these other areas, we're going to look at our mindset. And in order to look at our mindset, I want you to take a look at your weaknesses, where you are, where you are right now. We need to do a self-analysis to find out who we are. Find out your weaknesses, because, say, for instance, I used to work at a donut shop. Back then, we had to get up at like 4 a.m. to go and make the donuts before the store actually opened. Well, if you know you're not a morning person, you don't want to go and be a donut worker. You want to be definitely doing something else. So you guys, being mindful of that weakness, you don't want to pursue that career. Know your strengths. I recognize my strengths because I am an optimistic person. I am an encourager. I am an inspiring person. I'm an influencer. That I'm that a bit of a butterfly, if you will, a free spirit. I'm a butterfly. Let me fly, fly, butterfly, fly. Well, I am here to help others like me. If you know who you are, or if you need to, be willing to speak some truth, as far as identifying your weaknesses and your strengths. Be willing to speak some truths Recognize where you are right now. You might not be at the point where you can go to the next level and, get off of the bench and get onto the playing field. You might need some more work. And if you're not able to be truthful with yourself, find a friend. Find a friend that's going to be unbiased and willing to be truthful with you. Ask yourself, who am I? Ask yourself, why am I here? These things are key when you are trying to speak truth for yourself. It's very, very important for your mindset to speak truth. Knowing who you are is super duper important. And then when we talk about education, I'm going to need you to do a little bit of research. In the Bible, in Proverbs 29 and 18, and I'm paraphrasing on today for this meeting purpose. Just going to paraphrase a little, but you can look it up later. 29 and 18. A lot of us may be familiar with it. Write the vision, make it plain. And it goes on to say, where there is no vision, the people perish, is what the Bible says. Well, for this event, we're going to say where there is no vision, the people will misinterpret. If you don't have a plan, if you get started in something and you don't know what you're doing, people will leave you. If you're not sure of yourself, if you don't have that confidence, if you don't have confidence in yourself, if you're not educated and have the resources, the people will leave you. Preparation is key. Foundation is key. When you have a very good, or if you prepare well, it'll serve for an excellent foundation for success in whatever it is you want to do. We'll talk about foundation a little. Foundations are super important. If you think in terms of skyscrapers, I know you've all might have seen or even physically been to New York City. And there's a lot of other cities that have skyscrapers as well. Skyscrapers, in order to have a building that goes so many tens of 20s and 30s of almost 100 stories in the air, it has to have a very in-depth foundation. It has to go way low. It has to go deep down into the surface in order to be able to counteract how high the building has gone up. So your foundation is super, super important. Very important. And what you cannot do is not educate yourself on your niche. You must, I can't reiterate it more, you must educate yourself on your niche. Whatever it is that you feel like you are supposed to be doing, that you know all your life, that you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that, you have to educate yourself. On-the-job training, again, I talked about that a little earlier. On-the-job training is still available. Find, be somewhat of a on-the-job training so that you can be like a person training. You're working, you're getting paid, but you're learning while you're getting paid. And then you can find out if this is something that you really, really, really want to do. Maybe you got it, off a little bit. Maybe you're a couple of steps over from what you should be doing. Well, it's important that you work on a foundation, that you educate yourself so that you'll know and be sure that this is what you want to do. You need to use all of your resources, such as your libraries, your formal schools and classes, etc. Whatever it is that you have access to. Maybe it's a person that you know that's working in the niche that you want to go into. Then you need to utilize all of these resources. For instance, I'm going to talk a little bit about my story. For some years now, throughout my schooling, throughout my employment, throughout divorce and remarriage, I've always known that I was destined for something greater. I've always known that I'm a very special individual, that I have unique talents, as such as being able to inspire. I'm gifted with being able to inspire people, with being able to compel them, to push them. Gifted with being an influencer for positive things. So, I'm compelled to inspire myself that I can in turn inspire you. Me and my best friend talked about a lot of times me being a butterfly. I'm a butterfly. Let me fly. Fly, girl, fly. Um, if you're that social butterfly, if you're that free spirit, I'm here to help you. I knew that about myself, but I wasn't for sure how. I wasn't for sure what, where, or when. I didn't know all. I knew the why. I knew kind of that I was destined for other things, but it was some key points that I needed to figure out before I could carry it all out. Well, that leads me to the next slide. Follow me, if you will. I want you to choose your vehicle today. I want you to listen, put your mind's eye on, and let me paint a picture for you. You know that vehicles are used to get from point A to point B. And there's many, many different vehicles. If you've ever seen the Flintstones, they used to make vehicles out of, they say, stone and trees and rocks, that type of thing. Well, we've progressed into modern times now, and there's all sorts of vehicles. There's cars, there's trains, there's buses, there's bikes, there's trikes, there's motorcycles, mopeds, scooters, there's skates, there's skis, helicopters, airplanes, all different kinds of vehicles as far as buses, hatchbacks, vans, all kinds of things that we can choose from as our vehicle. Vehicles, they give you access and opportunity, as well as sometimes the finances that you need to do what you need to do. Okay, so if we fast forward several years to 2018, and we're still talking about vehicles, continue with me in your mind's eye. We fast forward to 2018, I'm engaged. Little did I know that I would find my vehicle. Like I said, my vehicle is paparazzi. My business is called Taitons Touch Boutique. I am a CEO and jewelry stylist, owner and operator at Taitons Touch Boutique. And so I'm in business for myself. This has been the vehicle that I've been able to use to get me to where I am right this very moment. This is my very first Zoom meeting. The vehicle that I used to get here was Taitons Touch Boutique via paparazzi. So, I did the research in finding this vehicle. The research is what led me to know that this would be the vehicle that I used, that this was going to be the thing. This was going to be the thing. So I did the research, went through some trial and error. I found out that they have 3 starter kits, one at $99, one at $199, one at $399. And also that there's a low startup cost, hence the $99 plus tax comes to like about $115. And then there's low overhead because I can begin this business from the comforts of my home. I don't have to go out and get a brick and mortar. I do have that option. If I later on want to go into a brick and mortar, I can do that as well. But I will be in business for myself. I'll be in a brick and mortar business for us, for Team Titan. And so therefore the overhead is low, whereas I would be having to pay household bills as well as the bills for brick and mortar. Now I don't have another light bill, water bill, phone bill, Wi-Fi bill, rent for brick and mortar building. Okay, and that money can then translate into supplies to run the business from in the comforts of my very own home. There is return on investment. It's quicker than most I've seen. There's no catalogs, so I don't have to waste money on catalogs and delivering catalogs. It's mobile as far as location, meaning as long as I have access to a smartphone, a laptop, a iPad, a desktop, or whatever computer and a Wi-Fi, I can do my business. I can do my business. I can run my business. It is flexible as far as the hours. If I want to log on at 2 a.m., hop on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, all those other things. If I want to hop on at 2 a.m., I can do that. As long as, hey, 2 a.m., if I got to get up the next morning, that's on me. But I can very well be like, I can't go to sleep. Hey, let's try to sling some bling. All right. So the flexibility of location and time is perfect for those people that are trying to transition out of the brick and mortar and into their own personal career. If you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, if you have been forcibly thrust back into the working world by, you didn't have a choice whether you went or not, basically you lost your job for whatever reasons. This will be a great opportunity for you, something you wouldn't want to pass up. This business is also generational, meaning it's willable. I can leave it in a will to a family member, friend, foe, whatever. I can leave it. That's super important. If you've not been doing your 401k for years and years and years now, by age like 40, I think it says you were supposed to have like $40,000 or $50,000. If you're at my age and you don't have that, this will be an opportunity to start working on that as well. And paparazzi is founded on jewelry and accessories that you can believe in, that you can be proud of. I am super proud of it. I'm wearing the merchandise right now. I don't know I think you'll see a thumbnail of me. I have my stacks right here. I have my short stack on my wrist candy. Wearing pearls and silver on today. Beautiful, beautiful. Super beautiful. I can definitely be proud and believe in these products. I 100% stand behind them. Paparazzi has given me access to so many beautiful people. Met many men and women. You go places, they don't know strangers. Like you come away with a camaraderie, with a friendship, with a family sense that you wouldn't have ordinarily had. And also, you bounce ideas and things off of each other, helping one another out. I'm also so thankful that I became owner and operator of Taitons Touch Boutique. And now it's afforded me, it's been the vehicle to get me to this point. Again, like I stated, tonight, my very first Zoom meeting, my very first life coaching Zoom meeting. And I'm here through God and paparazzi. So I'm able to make some money moves, we need to be making moves that are income and outcome producing activities, meaning everything that you do doesn't always have to immediately provide income. Sometimes activities are there for an outcome base. You're doing this particular activity for a certain outcome. You're doing this to line you up with that. I'm doing paparazzi to line me up with women and individuals all over the world that need to be inspired. The individuals all over the world that are waiting to hear my voice, are waiting to hear me say, be inspired, period. T stands for point blank, period. No ifs, ands, abouts, no excuses about it. Okay? So once you determine how you will accomplish them, which of course that means your vehicle, what's going to help you carry out these income producing activities, how you're going to get to that niche, how are you going to get there? These are some things you want to certainly identify. You want to give each step a time frame. I need you to set goals and set time frames, whether it be a 2-week goal, 30-day goal, 60-day goal, 90-day goal, 3-month goal, or 90 days is 3 months. So you can say 90-day goal, or 3-month goal, or 6-month goal, or 12-month goal, 1 year goal. In 3 years, I want to be doing this. In 3 to 5 years, I want to be doing that. Set goals, give it a time frame. And once you've completed that, I need you to visualize. Visualize, visualize, visualize each step. I need you to map it out. I need you to see it in your head. See it and say it. See it and say it. Positive affirmations. Speak those things that be not as though they were. Some more quotes from the Bible. You all know the drill. If you're here, you want to be inspired, you want to inspire others, do that. Visualize each step. And then once you visualize it, then I need you to rewrite it, because like I said again, write the vision, make it plain, because without a vision, people will misinterpret. So I need you to write it down again and visualize it as you're writing the steps. Critique, jot down any notes you need to put, any changes you need to make, anything you need to reiterate. Please make those corrections in your margins, and you'll be definitely on your way to a sure and a solid foundation. So next up, I need for you to know what your vehicle is. We need you to pick out a vehicle today. If you know you should be doing more and you know that there's more to life, then I need you to pick out a vehicle. My vehicle is paparazzi. I am CEO and owner, operator at Taitons Touch Boutique. And this is not a hobby for me. Like, this is the real deal Holyfield. I'm all about that business. You know, I treat it like a business because I want it to return to me like a business. I treat it like a business because I want my dividends to come back to me like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, then your return is going to be like a hobby. I am an inspiration. I know I'm an influencer, and I've been charged to inspire myself so that I can in turn inspire and encourage, compel you even. So I inspire you today. Choose your vehicle. Figure it out what it is that's going to get you from point A to point B. You know that you're supposed to be doing this, this, and that. What's going to be the thing to get you there? Maybe you don't have the access, the opportunity, the finances to do whatever it is you feel like you've identified as what you're supposed to be doing. Well, this is where you need to find a new vehicle or a different vehicle. Okay, for instance, if you need to get to an island, islands are surrounded by what? Water. So can you drive a car to an island? Can you drive a bus or train, a bike, motorcycle, moped, skates, skis? No, you cannot. You have to use a boat. Did I say boat? Well, you know what I'm getting at. You can't use those wheeled vehicles to get to an island. It has to be a boat, maybe a helicopter. Long enough island, you could use an airplane. Say that to say, depending on what your niche is, where it's located, the vehicle you choose will be totally or could be totally different from mine. You know, choose your vehicle based off of what it is, where it is, and how you need to get there. Excuse me. So, I want to further encourage you. I want to further inspire you to get help today. On the screen, you will see my messenger link. If you copy and paste this link into your search engine, it'll pull up my messenger, and I want you to leave me a message. I want you to ask yourself, who are you and why are you here? And if you can't answer that, then message me. Copy and paste my messenger link into your search engine and message me. You might say, send me some smart tips, Tai. I need that self-analysis template because I need to identify who I am, where I am, what I am, etc. Send me, or I need access to that free one-on-one 30-minute coaching that's going to be valued at $25 per 30-minute session. I need access to that. Give me that 30-minute coaching, that free coaching. I also am going to offer today a 6-week a 6-week life coaching program that is entailed with 12 sessions, meaning we'll meet twice per week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. You'll get your first session free. So that leaves a total of $275 for the other 11 sessions. And you guys, you won't be sorry. If you're one of those people that are straddling the fence, I encourage you to get off of the fence. I need you to make some money moves. I need you to get on the ball, and I'm here to help you. Copy that link into your search engine and let me know. Maybe you just need those smart tips again, or maybe you are like, Tai LaShell, I like your ride. I want your ride. I want to partner with you at Taitons Touch Boutique because your ride, it seems to be a heck of a ride there. It is giving you access to a replicated website that my customers and my friends and family can log on from anywhere in the U.S. and they can order, and it comes directly to their house. I don't have to do anything in that process. I don't even have to maintain or maintenance the site. PeriodT does that. All I have to do is be active. It has low startup and low overhead. It has immediate return on investment, quicker than most that I've ever seen. So much so that I've had to remind myself, hey, you need to reinvest. Like, if you run a pizza shop, you sell all of the pieces, you spend the money, you don't buy any more flour to make any more dough, you're out of business because you can't make any more pizzas. Same difference. You need to reinvest. You need to re-up your inventory. Okay? Use that. Get yourself in the place that you need to be in. There's 45% commission. So for every piece, I earn 45% on that commission. If there's other ways that you can make commissions on sales, as far as the website, and then sales for bonuses, depending on if you rank, yada, yada, yada. A lot of open doors, a lot of room for advancement and return for this business. Again, it's mobile as far as location, flexible as far as the hours. Willable and generational, meaning I can leave it in a will to a family member, friend, or foe. Don't think you'll want to leave it to a foe, but you can certainly do just that. Again, I encourage you, if you're on that fence, that you get off of the fence, that you get off of the bench, get off of the sidelines. I need you to get in the game. I need you to be inspired. I need you to come out of that cocoon and be a butterfly. I need you to be a butterfly and fly, girl, boy, fly, because now is your chance. This is your opportunity of a lifetime. If you want to change some things, this is your chance. You are here with the Tai LaShell, encourager, motivator, influencer, to be inspired, period. The T stands for point blank, period, because you've given me this opportunity to inspire you. I know that great things are in your future. Great things in store for you. I challenge you not to lose this momentum. You might say, or some say they can't afford it. Well, if you're saying that, then you can't afford not to. You really need to get off the sidelines and make this investment. Make the sacrifice in order to invest in yourself. You go all out for these brick and mortar businesses that are for someone else. You can go all out and go all 1,000, all 1,000 cylinders for your own business. This is your chance to change the direction and outlook for your next generation, that you can leave an inheritance and not a curse for your children, that you can be the lender and not a borrower, that you can be above and not beneath. This is your chance. I encourage you to make that move. Again, if you like my vehicle, I am certainly willing to share it with you. Come on to the pink side, join us at PeriodT Consultants, and I can help you get started with that as well. And if you're not sure about what your niche is, we can talk about that. Again, I put out my disclaimer. I am not a psychologist and I don't have a degree in psychology. I am a I have had formal education as far as being a life coach. I do have life coach certificates and or a life coach certificate. I do have that. So I am certified. To give you some advice simply on, my specialty is confidence, and the beginning sessions of going into your business and finding your niche, getting off of the sidelines, getting busy. I am self-taught, life-taught. I have had several jobs over the years, several experiences. Um, I'm a very mature aged individual, and I have lots of information that we can share with one another to get you to the level that you need to be on. So that being said, make the decision. Identify your vehicle today. Message me. Let me know if you're one of those individuals, or maybe you're a mixture of both and you want to take part in the one-on-one coaching session, and then you want to continue on with the 11 weeks of training, and then you also want the self-analysis template, and you like my vehicle, so you decided that you want to come in and be your very own boss, be your very own CEO, owner, and operator at your very own jewelry business. Well, message me. I can help. I can get you started. Let me help you make your first steps. I'm not going to beg anybody. Either you do or you don't. If you've got something better going, by all means, go for it. I'm glad, and I hope you're encouraged in that thing. But if you're not, and if you're straddling the fence and you're not quite sure, let me help you make the next steps. Again, I thank you so much for this opportunity, and I will be seeing you again real soon. Thank you for joining me for my very first Zoom meeting as a life coach, as a confidence coach. I'm here to give you confidence, to inspire you to be a butterfly. Let your wings fly and move to the next level in life and in business. Okay, you guys, I will see you soon. That was my presentation. Again, if you are interested, just copy that link. You saw the link for the messenger page. If you message me, I can certainly hook you up with some resources, some tips. Let me know what it is you need. If you're a mixture, you like my vehicle, you want to try my vehicle on for size, I certainly don't mind sharing with you. You can partner with me here at, well, you'll have to name your own business, but my business is called Taitons Touch Boutique, and it's afforded me this opportunity to be before you this very moment as a life coach. I'm here to give you confidence. I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to push you, to propel you to that next level. Get off the sidelines. Get up and do something. You saying you can't afford it? Well, you can't afford not to. Okay? Simple as that. Make an executive decision, make a command decision, and pour into yourself, invest in yourself, make the sacrifice. Don't lose this momentum. Go to your next level. Okay, so I will see you again, same bat time, same bat channel. Bye bye, you guys.